Happening now, a big build and an even bigger goal.
It's pretty ambitious. They want to actually build a cowboy boot, and they're saying we're going to plan for an hour and build it in 30 minutes.
What students are creating and why it matters. Also, building worlds without ever picking up a camera.
And I'm taking this course so I can learn how to use it for my projects.
How students are learning a tool used in film and gaming. And later in the show, building confidence one cup at a time.
And just her confidence grow and getting to come to school every day and show people her strengths and her gifts.
How a one student-run coffee shop is making a difference. The newsfeed starts right now.
With the latest news now, this is the newsfeed.
The game plan is the space shuttle, so the boosters and the fuel tank, and then the actual shuttle in the middle.
Tarrant County College students and engineers are teaming up to help fight hunger. Good afternoon. Welcome into the newsfeed. I'm Kaylin Stecker.
And I'm Demaria Williams.
Here at TCC, we're building something big, using nothing but canned food. The goal is to help stock campus food pantries and raise awareness about food insecurity. Newsfeed reporter Nathan Vasquez is live at the Northeast campus with more. Nathan?
Thank you. This project combines Tarrant County College students with GE Aerospace employees at this campus. Now, while this creative art, there's a much bigger purpose behind it. About 50 GE Aerospace employees joined TCC students for the hands-on project. Together, they designed and built 3 large structures, including a space shuttle, a cowboy-themed display, and even a castle. The cans used in the builds will now be donated to TCC food pantries, helping students who may be struggling to put food on the table.
I think it's important for them to volunteer because they can actually see the impact that they're making in a very different way than just donating or investing funds or grants.
This project was part of GE Aerospace annual conference held this year in Fort Worth. It also highlights a growing partnership between the company and Tarrant County College, including a recent Workforce grant supporting students training for careers in aviation. College leaders say the event shows what's possible when education and industry work together and when service becomes a shared mission. Now, once these structures do come down, every canned food item will go to help students across the district, proving that creative art can truly make a difference. Live on campus, I'm Nathan Vasquez. Now back to you guys.
College leaders say projects like this help build more than structures. They build partnerships and help support students who need it most. New art is now on display at Tarrant County College. The exhibit is called Prime Cuts. It features the work of 14 graduate students. The show includes artists from TCU, UNT, UT Arlington, and UT Dallas. Professors say the exhibit shows how art connects to everyday life and gives students a chance to share their voice with the community. The exhibit runs through March 6th. County College is being recognized for helping build the workforce of tomorrow. The college has been named All-Star College of the Year by Workforce Solutions for Tarrant County. The award honors schools that help train students for in-demand careers. Chancellor Elva LeBlanc says when education and workforce partners align, opportunity grows for students, employers, and the entire region. College leaders say these programs help students gain the skills they need to succeed and help build a stronger workforce across North Texas.
Students on the Northeast campus are learning how to build entire worlds. A new workshop is teaching them how to use 3D software called Blender. It's a powerful tool used in film and video game production, and students say it could help bring their stories to life. Nicholas Boltz from our partners at the Collegian has the story.
Northeast instructor Seth Small is teaching a workshop on how to use the 3D modeling and animation software, Blender. Small taught the first workshop on February 6th. The workshop will focus on world building in Blender, which can also be incorporated in filmmaking.
I started the Blender course in order to help students kind of, first of all, learn Blender. It's open source 3D software, quickly becoming an industry standard software. A lot of professionals are starting using it in the video game industry, even in the film industry. Sometimes it's a catch-all program that has a lot of different uses. My main goal is to show students how to use it in a filmmaking setting, but also world building.
Blender is a free open source software specializing in 3D modeling and animation. The software has slowly been becoming an industry standard, with an example being the Academy Award-winning film, Flow, which was animated using Blender. Students really enjoyed the workshop and hope to one day use Blender outside of the course for potential personal projects. They would also recommend the course to others hoping to expand their creative skills and knowledge.
I'm super excited. Seth is very, very knowledgeable. I've seen a lot of his work, and seeing what he does has really inspired me to kind of learn those skills so I can implement them into my future filmmaking. I think it's going to be a really, really useful skill to have. I definitely plan on using it. I'm taking this course so I can learn how to use it for my projects, for what I'm wanting to do, for my passion projects.
This is Nicholas Boltz, the Collegian.
American Airlines workers picketed outside company headquarters in Fort Worth. The protest follows a vote of no confidence in CEO Robert Isom. Union leaders say even though American is the largest U.S. airline, profits are lagging behind the competitors, and that impacts employees who share in those profits. American says it has a plan to improve results.
A protest turned into a celebration in Hutchins. Residents fought a plan to turn a local warehouse into a large immigrant detention center. They railed, they spoke out, and now they're claiming victory. But community leaders say that the fight may not be over. Teresa Woodward has more.
Rise up, fight back. They planned a protest, but it turned into
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you, Mayor. Praise for a community that got vocal and came out victorious.
We are here tonight to celebrate, y'all.
The federal government wanted to turn this warehouse on I-45 into a detention center to house 9,500 immigrants in Hutchins, where about 6,000 people live. Residents organized, rallied, pressured the property owners, and Monday,
the deal between Majestic Realty and Hutchins is over.
Majestic Realty announced it will not lease or sell to ICE.
I talked to some people with Majestic personally, and the company is family owned. And I think that's a really important key as to why they would care about a community.
But their celebration
But the work isn't over.
was short-lived. North Texas has lots of cities with lots of warehouses.
Let's get ready to rally around any town that needs our help, any city or county that needs our help.
The people of Hutchins are pledging to work with people in other cities and asking their council to do the same.
Texas is a big target, but they are awake. People is awake, the cities are awake. I mean, we are ready.
They feel like they won, but also feel their battle is not over.
Muslim leaders in North Texas are speaking out after a man was caught on video yelling at students during prayer. The incident happened at a park in Plano. Leaders say they're now calling for action. JD Miles has the story.
It was here in Plano's Oak Point Park before dawn on a morning over the weekend, where a group of about 20 UTD Muslim students gathered for what they call a blessings breakfast, which included a prayer, a sacred moment for those who are Islamic.
It's our way of staying connected to our Creator.
It's very essential to our, mental health and our wellness.
Shema Zayan and Mustafa Carroll say that made what happened during the group prayer so troubling.
Destroy and rape and pillage and murder.
A man unrelated to the group walked up and interrupted the silence.
You are going to go to hell unless you repent with them.
He was recorded on video launching into a verbal tirade against Islam. Muslims say it was unacceptable, regardless of anyone's religious beliefs.
I think it's outrageous. Could you imagine what would have happened if I went into a church or I saw a bunch of people praying, a Christian, Buddhist, or whatever, and I just started calling them names and telling them they were going to hell, et cetera, et cetera? What would the feeling be then?
The Muslim leaders we spoke with want to see Plano city leaders as well as police publicly condemn the behavior, as well as come up with safety measures to protect prayer gatherings in public places.
I'm very afraid that it's going to escalate into some type of violence. So we're asking for protection or help from law enforcement to curtail and to put a halt on much of this stuff.
The man involved in the Plano incident,
God wants to save all of you, but you're all evil and
is believed to be the same person who just 2 months ago interrupted an Islamic prayer service in Austin.
And now we see him in Dallas. So I wonder if someone is paying him to move from city to city to harass Muslims.
Plano police tell us they will look into the matter if and when a report is filed, which the Council on American Islamic Relations says will happen.
The job market is growing, but getting hired may be getting harder. Why some online tools could be slowing things down.
And a serious health warning for younger adults, the signs you should never ignore. The newsfeed is back in 2 minutes.
Who is Tarrant County College? We are ambitious and full of potential. We bridge education and employment. The beating heart of healthcare, the drivers of industry, the very fabric of Tarrant County. We partner with employers so graduates step into waiting careers. We're changing the game, trailblazing a path forward, uplifting North Texas. We are TCC. Bold steps, better futures.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Disasters strike, fires, hurricanes, earthquakes. When they do, Direct Relief delivers. Medicines, medical supplies, everything doctors and nurses need to save lives. Let's ship her out! Every day across the U.S. and around the world, they're making a difference. No politics, no red tape, just help. If your family needed urgent medical care, wouldn't you want that help fast? Direct Relief is a lifeline for people in crisis. So check them out at directrelief.org.
The job market is off to a strong start this year, but finding the right workers is taking a little longer. Employers say some online tools may be part of the problem. Jen Sullivan explains why in today's Consumers News.
Finding a new job can often feel like a full-time job because of how long it can take to get hired.
The job process is always a frustrating one.
Dawn Fay with recruiting firm Robert Half says the good news is many companies say they're hiring. They recently conducted a survey of more than 2,000 U.S. hiring managers. 60% said they plan to add permanent staff. And the latest jobs report released last week beat expectations, with 130,000 jobs being added in January and unemployment ticking down to 4.3%. But Fay says it's taking companies longer to fill openings, and one of the reasons, applicants are increasingly depending on AI to craft resumes and cover letters.
There are so many resumes that are coming in now, many of them looking very similar, that it's taking companies longer to go through them and longer to vet things to make sure that people really have the skills that are on their resume.
In that same survey about hiring, 65% of hiring managers said AI-generated resumes are making it harder to assess real skills.
It can certainly help people make sentences and things a lot crisper, but you want to make sure that that resume really reflects you.
Did you deliver a project on time? Manage a budget? Launch a social media campaign? Faye says those are all examples that should be fleshed out quantitatively in a cover letter and resume to help you stand out. She also recommends applicants reach out directly to hiring managers in addition to filling out an application. If you do land an interview, she recommends asking what the company's timeline is to fill the position so you have a better understanding of their timing. For Consumer Watch, I'm Jen Sullivan.
Colorectal cancer is now the deadliest cancer for adults under 50. More young people are being diagnosed, and more people are dying from the disease. Health experts say there's warning signs you should never ignore. Mandy Gaither explains what to watch for and the one step that could help save your life.
It continues to be a concerning trend. Colorectal cancer is killing more young adults, with death rates rising in those under age 50 by more than 1% every year for more than 20 years, advancing this disease from the 5th most common cause of cancer death in the early to mid-90s to the most common in those under age 50 in 2023.
This is really an outlier.
and really something that needs significant attention.
Dr. William Dayhut with the American Cancer Society says deaths are declining for other cancers in young adults. It's only colorectal cancer deaths that continue to rise. There are 5 warning signs that many may dismiss: persistent abdominal pain, rectal bleeding, persistent diarrhea or constipation, unexplained weight loss, and iron deficiency anemia, often caused by hidden blood loss leading to fatigue and weakness.
Young people should not ignore any symptom that they find unusual, and that if they see their physician and they're told they're too young to have a problem, they probably need to see somebody else.
Dayhut says about half of the colorectal cancer deaths in young adults are in those between the ages of 45 and 49, and screening is lowest in that age group. A colonoscopy can find polyps which can turn into cancer and get rid of them.
If those polyps are removed, that reduces or can eliminate the risk of cancer from those polyps.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
A toddler gets stuck in a very colorful situation. In today's Take a Look at This.
Talking warm temperatures and a cooler weekend ahead. Your full storm team forecast is next.
Ask seniors how to prevent Medicare scams.
If you get a phone call, do not talk to the person.
Never give out your Medicare number.
They want to get your number to put in a false claim.
Just hang up.
How do you detect Medicare fraud?
Just like I check my credit card statements, I check my Medicare statements monthly.
If you get your statement and you see something that you know you did not have done, you report it.
Call the Senior Medicare Patrol.
If you suspect Medicare fraud, contact the Senior Medicare Patrol in your state.
We said we'd never give in to a meltdown.
Mariella!
Never leave the house looking, well, and never let them out of our sight. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock.
From the NewsFeed's Forecast Center, this is your Storm Team Forecast.
We're outside on the Northeast campus this afternoon. It's mostly sunny, 61 degrees right now. It feels like 62. We'll top out near 68 today. Heading into the weekend, partly cloudy today with a low of 48. Saturday, cooler, a high of 60, low 38, and Sunday, partly cloudy again. 58 for a high on Storm Team radar. Not too much to track, just some high clouds moving through North Texas. Looking ahead, we warm back up next week. 60 Monday, near 70 Tuesday, upper 70s by Wednesday and Thursday, and partly cloudy and dry.
A toddler gets stuck in a very colorful situation, and in Virginia, it's the dog who needs rescuing. Plus, a very young recruit joins the Highway State Patrol. Colin Jeffrey has these stories in today's Take a Look at This.
A toddler in Missouri found a foolproof way to win at those tricky claw machines. Just climb inside it while visiting a recreation center in Webster Groves with his family.
I literally glanced over there. He was pretend playing with the claw machine.
2-year-old Cooper King wasn't satisfied just pretending, so he took matters into his own hands.
They were just like, "Cooper, your son is in the claw machine." And I just like...
The police department, fire department, and even someone from the vending machine company all came out and got the disappointed toddler out of the machine. Cooper was clearly having the time of his life, and everyone seemed to have a pretty good sense of humor about it too, with posts of his adventure going viral. In Lynchburg, Virginia, a rescue of a different kind saved a dog after it fell down an old well. A family's 2-year-old dog, Winnie, was roaming outside near the abandoned well, which they thought had been filled and secured. When the ground gave way, the pooch plummeted about 50 feet to the bottom. Rescue crews worked near the unstable surface for about 3 hours, eventually lowering someone into the hole and successfully pulling Winnie to safety. She's now resting at home after her ordeal, left with just some minor injuries. Well, after 2 rescue stories, it's only right we highlight the next generation of rescuers. Introducing Bo. This good boy with floppy ears and face wrinkles is training to be a hard-nosed police canine who will search for missing people in North Dakota. But for now, the only thing this baby bloodhound is searching for is toys. For Take a Look at This, I'm Colin Jeffrey.
A record falls again. LeBron James makes history, and he's not done yet. One woman pushes her body and her mind to the limit. The challenge that took her around the world. Miracle Washington is on deck with sports next.
You know the national parks, but you may not know that they're supported by a strong foundation. A foundation for the future. We are the National Park Foundation. And together with your support, we are building a bold future where national parks are vibrant, protected, and welcoming. Today, tomorrow, forever. Learn more at nationalparks.org/foundation.
Well, I'm looking good. Thank you. Just became a real ID. What's the plan? Impromptu road trip? Actually, the plan is to fly to New York for today's product launch, and then visit the family in California and cap it off with a girls' weekend in New Orleans. You really can just do all that. Sure, I'm a real ID, so I'm good to board any domestic flight. Speaking of which, gotta fly. Nice. Enjoy. I'll be here.
Be your Real ID self today. To learn how, visit tsa.gov/realid or your local DMV.
When we have the food we need, we are at our best. We push further. We rise higher. We unlock our full potential. When we have the food we need, we make our communities stronger. Together, we can help everyone get the food they need to thrive. Join the movement to end hunger at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Mom was always organized, but she started forgetting to pay her bills on time. And she'd buy the same gifts over and over.
Telling the girls about my Alzheimer's diagnosis was really hard.
At first we had our cries, but then we were like, okay, let's make a plan.
Early detection gave us time to adapt together.
It's so important for you to think about what you can do and making the most of what you have.
If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
From the NewsFeed Sports Desk, this is the Sports Report.
Welcome back. Basketball legend LeBron James has done it again. The 41-year-old star recorded a triple-double against Dallas. He finished with 28 points, 12 assists, and 10 rebounds. That makes him the oldest player in NBA history to record a triple-double, adding another record to the legendary career. 5 former NFL players received presidential pardons, including former Dallas Cowboy lineman Nate Newton and former Jet star Joe Klecko. All served several prison terms for various crimes. The pardons come just days after the Super Bowl and expand the president's use of clemency.
I was definitely not the only
Being away from the NBA. The 12-time star made an announcement after 21 seasons. The future Hall of Famer shared the news on Instagram. Paul finishes his career second all-time in assists. The legend leaves great legacies behind. A Tennessee woman is taking running to the extreme. She completed the World Marathon Challenge, running 7 marathons on 7 continents in just 7 days. Ellis Road has her story.
Most runners train for 1 marathon, but this Sevier County woman lives for the extremes.
So I did the World Marathon Challenge, which is 7 marathons on 7 continents in 7 days.
Dawn Doucette started the challenge in the coldest place on Earth, Antarctica. 26.2 miles done. Then from Dubai to Madrid to Brazil to Miami, Doucette crossed the finish line 183 miles later.
I think I ran for just over 29 hours, but you spent way more time than that on a plane.
Doucette placed 3rd in the women's category. She's now run 80-plus marathons, including 2 on every continent.
You never know what tomorrow's going to bring, so I feel like if there's something you want to do, if there's a challenge, something you want to accomplish, do it now.
Over in Dallas, something special is brewing. Students are learning life lessons 1 cup at a time. How a simple idea is making a big impact when the newsfeed returns.
Whether it's our stories, the warmth of our laugh, or our family's secret sauce, we all bring something different to the table. So make some space. The power of connection is waiting right outside your comfort zone. Learn how you can help strengthen your community at belongingbeginswithus.org/teamup.
Have you ever helped a fellow veteran?
Of course.
Yes. Have you ever asked for help yourself?
It's always tough, right?
I always feel like I can solve my own problems, but eventually, you just can't deal with it on your own.
And you start to question, maybe people would be better off without me. When you realize that you're not alone, once you take that first step, there's so much support.
Emma, did you hear?
Todd's in the hospital.
Who's Todd? He got a collapsed lung from vaping. He thought it was cool.
Not cool.
Promise you won't vape, Emma. It can lead to a lifelong addiction, and we can't be friends if your lungs collapse.
Bogus.
Wacky sitcom teens aren't the best people to talk to your kid about vaping.
Hey, you got a minute?
You are. Start the conversation with your child about vaping today.
With the latest news now, the news feed continues.
Some people say everything's better with a cup of coffee. At one elementary school in Highland Park, that idea is brewing up something much bigger. A student-run coffee cart called Champuccinos is giving kids a hands-on lesson in responsibility, teamwork, and real-world skills. Photojournalist Mike Kinney takes us inside.
Miss Bell!
It's a busy morning in Ms. Beck's classroom.
It's crazy hour.
Hi, my name is Anthony. Welcome to Champuccinos. Thank you for visiting.
Champuccinos is a coffee shop for teachers run by students with disabilities.
What can I get for you?
Teaches them all a bunch of life skills. We have a greeter, a menu passer, and money passer, and then we have a cashier, and then the barista.
What can I get for you?
Shiloh Smith is the barista with a smile, taking all the orders.
So busy.
She loves to talk to everybody.
You pay a little bit, please.
Okay, can we get a high five or a hug?
Hug. Love.
Her mother sees the change it has made for Shiloh.
Seeing just her confidence grow and getting to come to school every day and show people her strengths and her gifts. She's such an outgoing girl, and getting the opportunity to greet everyone every day, I just see what a smile it puts on her face every week.
I think they were all really nervous to start, but I think now that they see like all the teachers come and all the teachers I think look forward to it every Monday, it's just like such a great thing for them to experience.
This experience is possible because Beck received a local grant that covers the cost of all the supplies.
How neat for Champuccinos to be a program that was developed by Erica to think outside the box. She didn't have to worry about funding because she applied for the La Fiesta Teacher Innovation Grant, and the La Fiesta approved it and gave the funding for it, and she's off running with a fantastic program.
Be careful, it's hot.
A program Beck hopes shines a light on the abilities her students have rather than their disabilities.
That's all for this week on the Newsfeed. Thank y'all for joining us. See y'all next week.